Welcome everybody to another lovely Saturday. Hopefully the volumes and everything are good. Let me know if you can hear me all right, if I'm coming through good, or if something's possibly not working. I just shut my miners off. It was a close call, so I almost crashed the whole stream. So anyway, how's it going? Lovely Saturday again to everybody out there. Let's do a quick roll call. We got Nicholas Olson, Fudweiser, Justiviner, Matt Electronic Engineering, Enoch FPV, Bilbo 704NC, High Speed Miner, Stephen Cochin, I always butcher that, White Arctic Walker, and that's everybody. So everyone, thank you for showing up. Everything sounds good. Great. So I see a few of you in the chat. Yes, the Ethereum fees have been going insane this morning. And a lot of people are talking about, they're supposed to reduce and stuff. Now let's kind of get to the bottom of what I think happened with the whole fee situation and everything. People thinking that it's supposed to be lower and stuff. Now, if you guys, most of you probably do watch those Ethereum dev calls and their cats herding calls or whatever they all do every once in a while. So before EIP 1559 first came out, when they were initially voting on it, if they should do it in that call, that they even said straight out front that they anticipate times where gas fees will come out higher than we've ever seen before. They have scenarios what'll happen. Obviously, these scenarios must be coming into play. Now, the reason why I think some people are talking about, if you go through Reddit, ETHTrader, Reddit, and all that stuff, people are saying right now still, like, I thought EI 1559 was supposed to fix the fees. So initially, they talked about burning the fees. The whole purpose of that was to become deflationary and to burn those transaction fees. That way, less ETH is getting out into the market, and hopefully it increases the price as the supply and demand. Although supply and demand doesn't really factor into, a lot of people play the supply and demand card, but Ethereum is unlimited. It's not like Bitcoin and other coins. If they need more Ethereum, they can just mint more Ethereum. There's an unlimited supply, so supply and demand does not factor in with Ethereum. But anyway, so people heard, oh, they're burning gas fees, therefore, someone probably thought, hey, it's going to be cheaper fees. So one guy goes to Reddit, say he posts it, other people read it, more people start talking about it and saying it's going to reduce the gas fees, and from there on out, it just spreads like wildfire, and everyone thought all of a sudden that 1559 was supposed to reduce the gas fees, when that did not really was the intention at all. The whole intention of 1559 was to burn those gas fees, to reduce the amount of ETH that is being provided to the miners out there, which is you guys, me, everything else out there. So that's how FUD starts, and it can spread like wildfire really fast. Straight out, the Ethereum devs said when they even voted on it, that the fees could potentially be even higher. They said that. They didn't hide it or anything. They straight out said it. Just a lot of people always miss a lot of those points because they did say it kind of fast, but they did say that. So yeah, so that's just how that comes out. So yes, a 1559 was not intended to reduce the fees whatsoever. Layer 2 solution, yes, that should definitely help drop some fees and everything for everybody and all that stuff. So anyway, let's just get into this. If you haven't, you're new to the channel, new to the live stream, whatever, please hit that subscribe button. Today, I kind of want to talk about what Ethereum, or not Ethereum, but what crypto mining could look like after Ethereum does do the merge and moves over to proof of stake, because there are some people that are kind of talking about it and a lot of people talking about things, but no one's really throwing a full effect. Like a lot of people are saying, hey, we need a big market cap on this coin in order to hold out on that hash power and whatever else. So I'm going to run through some things here, kind of show you an easier way instead of talking about market caps and values. Pretty much we're going to be talking about difficulties and how much coins you are going to be mining, and potentially how much of a price jump these coins are going to need in order to be profitable on GPUs, and potentially could CPU mining pull away from GPUs and become more profitable than a GPU today. And I know a lot of you guys have been talking, you guys see me, I've been slowly trying to build up CPU mining rigs. I only buy them when they're at a discount. I don't pay MSRP, I always pay under, which is really hard to say. When it comes to GPUs, they're scalped like crazy, but I'm kind of looking at things in a different perspective as a lot of other channels and stuff, and I see that a big change could be happening. I don't know if it's actually going to happen. I'm working on a video on this, so right now I'm just going to be throwing you guys like some rough numbers, rough ideas, till I actually figure out how to put it together in an actual video. Then I will kind of do that for people. But yeah, so it's a lot of craziness out there. But first, I want to ask you guys, what do you guys think is going to happen after Ethereum moves over to proof of stake? A lot of people saying, hey, we're still buying GPUs. We're just going to mine Raven. We're building Raven coins now, getting ready for it. And that is all very true. LHR cards, they do not matter. When it comes into Raven coin, which looks like a lot of people are talking about Raven coin to be the next possible top coin. We don't know. It could be Ergo, it could be whatever. But LHR cards are not affected on coins such as Raven coin. So NVIDIA, people will be buying them like crazy for mining because it does not affect our hash rates when it comes to that coin. But I want to know what's your guys' opinions on that. How are you guys moving forward? Are you guys thinking a lot about what could potentially happen? Because they did move it back. It's what, sometime first quarter next year. And so what's that? Anywhere from January to possibly March. Again, it'll probably be extended even more. I'm guessing, who knows, maybe by middle of next year to possibly 2 years down the road, because anything could happen. There was a big Geth type of thing they had there where it caused a split in there last week. So they're running into issues. Geth is heavily used for the Ethereum mainframe, is their main pretty much ordeal that everything runs off of. There's like 8 or 9 different ones, but Geth is the major player, and a lot of nodes and stuff did not update their nodes, and this happened actually a couple years ago again. So this is the second time this exact same thing happened. I posted a link to that article in my Discord, so it's kind of interesting to read if you haven't seen it, and join the Discord so you are notified for type of articles like that if you're unaware of it. But a lot of people are going to burn down their houses trying to mine Raven coin. Hey, that is another thing too that we should be talking about, because a lot of people run SATA. A lot of people do things. I did a 5700 XT test, 5600 XT test of Raven coin. They do use more power. And if you are running SATA, you're obviously, yes, you will melt your cables. And remember, the weak point is in the pins, not necessarily the cables. So yes, they do use a lot of power. Always use 6-pin when it comes to risers and everything. Always make sure your power supplies have extra power in it. If you're running at 100% max right now on Ethereum and you do move over to Raven coin, you're going to blow up your power supplies, short them out, do whatever, damage your cards, whatever happens when it comes to overloading your loads. You just don't want to do that. So be very careful. Again, everything I'm about to show you is purely speculation, so it is not 100% set in stone. We do not know what could happen in the future. It's just going to be pretty crazy what happens here. But I do have right here a test rig set up. This is my latest. We got a 3060 on this. It is currently mining Ergo at 125 watts at the wall. And this is sitting on a 3900X. This is just this. I have my other 3 there. So this is my 4th CPU rig. I have a 5th CPU rig. I got to build 2. I wanted to do like a video on building 2 CPU rigs at the same time, but I had to break this out. I put it on as a test bench here because I wanted to see how much power I'm actually using on Raptorium, because I was unsure. And right now, Raptorium doesn't look like it uses too much power, so it's pretty sweet. But yeah, so my numbers are based off this test rig here, just so you know I am actually testing Raptorium when you kind of see the numbers that come about later on. And this is mining to its own wallet, so I can see how much profits this one test bench is actually doing per day. And we're kind of coming up to that deadline too. It has about 5 or 6 hours left till I fully see my daily payout on that. So I just wanted to point out that I do have a test rig running on Raptorium, so where I'm getting my numbers from are at the wall and at the pool when it comes to profits on the one rig. So I'll just shut that down here now. Now, first thing we're going to look at, we're going to be talking a little bit about difficulty and whatnot. Here's our gas fees. Yes, earlier they were pretty insane. We don't need that right now. But let's have a look at our actual hash rate on Ethereum. So we're sitting at 650 terahash. We have broken the new all-time high. This is the highest we've ever had. The hash rate is highest. Ultimately, the difficulty is up. Now, if you're unaware, because Ethereum price has been going up, you never really noticed this difficulty. So we're sitting at 650 right now, right? Our last all-time high of hash rate on Ethereum was 643 terahash. But let's look back here. So right now, 650 terahash. Say you have you have a farm of 1 gigahash. You're mining about what? 0.6 Ethereum a month, right? Off 1 gigahash. Now let's look back here. It was around, I think, about half the terahash, I guess, in this range here. September, actually it was back in August. So sitting at about 200 terahash. A 360, which is 1/3 of 1 gigahash, 360 megahertz, a 12 by 580 rig, was mining 1.2 Ethereum per month. So 360 mega hash, 1.2 Ethereum per month. Fast track, 650 terahash, so over double the difficulty or the hash rate, which ultimately increases that difficulty pretty close to the same amount. So we're over double our difficulty as well. 1 gigahash, 0.6. That is a massive drop in profits. Now again, not really noticeable because the price went up, but if the price goes down, we're hurting. But who cares? We don't want the price to go down unless, you know, that's a totally different strategy already. This is just a look at hash rate and difficulty. So 360 mega hash 6-7 months ago, or I guess a year ago now, 1 year ago today, 360 mega hash was 1.2 Ethereum. Now 1 gigahash again is 0.6 Ethereum. So difficulty does do a lot. Yes, we had 5059, we had the gas fees, but the average Ethereum block, if you saw Bitsby Trippin's he did a Twitter post a little while ago, the average Ethereum block based on all those high gas fees and everything is over 5 throughout the past couple of days. So technically, even though we have 1559, the block rewards have been averaging pretty high compared to what they majority look like of only the two. So we have been still seeing some nice high fees based on with the miner tips and everything. So now I want to go into what to mine. Just gonna take a look at chat. What's everyone doing? What's up? Hey Tains, thank you for showing up. All right, so I'm gonna look at a 3080 right now. We're gonna calculate that. Remember, Ethereum's not on the board here. I'm gonna open this actually a little bit bigger so you guys can see this. Just stopped by to say hi, thumbs up, and leaving the stream run for the algo, going to get bars cut for security windows and mining den. Nice, getting some bars cut. What's up, Ravid, getting here. Oh, hey, thanks for showing up, Midwest Winer. Don't look like I missed too much here, so let's continue on. So here is a 3080 rig. The reason why I'm picking a 3080 is because, you know, it's pretty much, it's one of the top coins, minus the 3090, because the 3090 is way too expensive for what it does give us. But the 3090 is a good card. If it was cheaper, then it'd be amazing, an amazing card. But yeah, we're looking at a 3080, and now this is putting $6 per day on Ethereum. Now, this is Ethereum. Again, it's going to be gone. So we're going to look at Ravencoin, $4.52. Now, Ethereum, Ravencoin is set to have come January. It could be extended depending on how many blocks are found. So we're just going to say January or February. Ravencoin could potentially be changed. So the halving is going to happen before the merge because that did get extended. So right off the bat, before the merge comes in, come January, we're looking at a block reward from 5,000 down to 2,500. Again, down here you can see we're estimating 38 Ravencoins per day on a 3080. So we're just going to calculate with the halving. Obviously, it'll just drop in half. So now we're at 19. We're already down to $1.96 if the halving happened right now, 2 days. But in January, this is set to halve. So a 3080 is now mining $1.96 after power on Ravencoin. All right, cool. Looking awesome. Now we're going to look into something that's really going to change. Now what happens when the merge comes into play? So the merge is going to hit here. This difficulty is going to go up. But how much is that difficulty actually going to go up? So I'm going to go into here. Like I said, we're sitting at 650. Now, how much of that is ASIC? A lot of blogs and stuff are saying 30 to 40% is ASIC. Now, we're just going to go 50% right across the board as ASIC. So to do something really easy here, I'm going to take my calculator here. So we're going to go 650 terahash. And we're going to divide that by 2, obviously. Now we're at 325 terahash is GPU mining. Now, we got to drop that over into... what are we called here? We need to drop that hash rate down from there into Ravencoin. So it's about 40% when they trans over, because like a 3080 does where's my thing? So a 3080 on Ravencoin does about 40 mega hash for 250 watts, and it does about 100 mega hash on Ethereum. So 40% is there. So we're gonna take 325. I'm doing this on my phone calculator. Don't worry, I'm not trying to jip in. We're gonna times that by 40%. So we have 130 terahash of GPUs of hash rate coming into a Ravencoin. Now remember, people are going to go to Ravencoin, then they're going to go to Ergo. They're going to be bouncing around a lot, but initially everyone's going to flood the main coins. So we're looking at 130 mega hash here hitting Ravencoin. Now, what is our current hash rate on Ravencoin? I'm not sure if it's on this one. I'm going to go back just to do a quick check here. So Ravencoin is showing 7.31 terahash. So 130 terahash coming over. We're going to divide that by, we're going to divide it by 8, you know, just because it'll make a smaller number. So that is 16 times the hash rate that's going to come in if everybody comes into there. So for this test, we're only going 5 times when potentially we have 16 times the hash rate coming into Ravencoin. All right, so we're going to click back on here. We're going to throw the halving back in here because I had to get rid of it all. So here's our halving. Calculate. So we're going to do a 5 times difficulty increase here just because of 5 times. Remember, I just pointed out that there's potentially 16 times the hash rate coming in. So we're just going to do, I forgot what that number was now. I got to refresh. Sorry. Just spur of the moment stuff here. All right. So we're looking at 102,000 here is what our current difficulty is. 102, 241. Now I'm going to times that by 5. So a 5 times difficulty increase on Ravencoin right now, 511, 205. So this is with the halving, which is going to happen before the merge comes into play. Now a 3080 is looking like negative 9 cents per day. And that's with a 5 times increase. And we have a potential 16 times coming in. All right. That's all right. Price is supposed to go up and everything. That makes sense. We are mining 3.8 coins per day at that difficulty. 3.8. So let's just round it up to 4. 4 coins per day on 130.80. All right. So let's go into our price jump now. Let's say, well, what's our price at right now for Ravencoin? Let's just have a quick look at Ravencoin. Current Ravencoin price is 13 cents USD. So let's say it went times 3, 4. That's $1 per Ravencoin. Well, that's $4 a day if Ravencoin hits $1. So that is a massive price jump in order to get $4 per day. Again, that's 3. Could it happen? It's possible. But look at those numbers. It's going to have to go up to $1 from 13 cents just to make $4 a day, mining 3.8 Ravencoin per day. All right, so profits are definitely going to drop here. Whether this part happens, we have no idea. But now, let's take a look at CPUs. What's a CPU looking like these days? So, I'm going to go into here. Here's my test bench. It hasn't been 24 hours. We're looking at about 1,300 RTM. You guys can't really see that yet. It hasn't been 1 day. Let me get this a little bigger for you guys here. So add these two up here. So here's my current balance with the immature. So 1125 and 268. We're just over 1,300. I started mining on this CPU at 525 last night. So I still have 6 hours to go until I'm done my 1 day thing. So I'm estimating we'll be at about, I'm guessing about 1,500 coins. Again, I'm going to get the real number when this 24-hour test is done. But we're going to guess 1,500 coins here per day on Raptorium. Let's just go back into here, kind of move it around. So what is 1,500 coins going to be? So we're sitting over little over $2 USD on 13900X. That's quite interesting. But how much power does this 3900X use? Well, I worked it all out, basing everything. So because the algorithm on Raptorium, it uses multiple different things. There's like, I can't remember, like 9 to 15 different mini algorithms, kind of like how Kapow is. That's why your hash rate will fluctuate. So you got to base it off the average. So I did the same thing. I found, let me see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I found 6 different wattages based on that. I check it every couple hours and write it down if the power is different. So I have 118 watts, 106, 95, 92, 88, and 85 watts. Now I did an average of that, so that averages you at 97 watts mining this coin for an average. And that works out to be $6.98 per month in electric. So it's only going to run you slightly under $7 in power per month. Now we're making $2 a day right now, and the price is down a little bit. So 2, 4, 6, 3.5 days, and your power is paid for. The rest of the month is all profit. And proof of stake, the merge coming over, GPU mining will not affect CPUs whatsoever. So all that could happen, if crypto goes up, then CPU mining coins go up as well. Now this is Raptorium. It's a newer project. It's been out for a couple years. They got nodes you can get in and get even increased profits. It was kind of like staking. Also, smart contracts and whatnot, dApps, are going to be added onto Raptorium in the near future. So if anything does kind of take off here, the price could potentially go up way higher on Raptorium. We don't know. It's all a gamble. We don't know what's going to happen again. This is all speculation. But right now, we're over $2 here when potentially Ravencoin could be 9 cents in the hole on a 3080. Now, what's the price? Well, Canadian, I've been building 3900X rigs for about $800 to $900. 3080 here is $1,200 MSRP. So I've been building CPU mining rigs for cheaper than it is to actually, unless you need the GPU, because I also have my other GPUs. I'm looking for 3060s. You pull your, a GPU off your mining rig to help boot up your Ryzen system and whatnot. But, if you have GPUs because you're GPU mining, you don't have to worry about buying other GPUs for this. And also, you can use that GPU on your CPU mining rig to mine whatever coin could potentially be profitable at the time. So that's just a bunch of numbers I was quickly trying to throw together just to kind of show you guys what could potentially be happening here. A lot of people are saying GPU mining forever in life. I'm kind of recommending to dab your mixture and everything. I don't know if this is how it's going to play out, but again, looking at those numbers, that is a high possibility, and that was only a 5 times hash rate increase when it looks like we could potentially see up to 17 times the hash rate coming off of Ethereum onto Ravencoin. Again, a lot of factors can. Price could shoot up huge. That could very well happen. People are going to be bouncing around coins, so all the hash rate won't sit at one place. It'll turn into a crypto winter where everyone's trying to mine the most profitable coin at the same time. So hash rate's going to fluctuate. A lot of people will sell off all their mining rigs, their GPUs, whatever, and that'll be nice cheap sales for us that want to stay in the game to buy them up for who knows what could happen in another year or two down the road, just so we have a stockpile of cheap GPUs. So there's a lot of different strategies that still come into play. It's probably going to take a good year at least to see where all the hash rate is actually going to settle, who's going to sell off all their rigs, and what's actually going to happen in the crypto mining space. But a big change is coming. I just want everyone to prepare for it. So I'm just curious if you guys are curious about this, how it actually works. I was just doing a comparison analysis last night between a CPU rig cost and GPUs. Yeah, like I buy all my stuff used. You find the used market, and CPUs are, well, depending where you live and stuff, CPUs are cheap. Now, if this actually is what it looks like, if it turns out what I just kind of showed you, CPUs could probably start rising ×3 in price because everyone's going to be buying them. There's going to be a CPU shortage, and it's just going to be crazy. So I've been slowly just trying to pick them up slowly here and there. I'm currently, once I get my other rig, I haven't built it yet. I'm going to get this. And once I get everything dedicated, I think I'm sitting at about 5 dedicated 3900X rigs. 6 when I have with my workstation on, and then I'm planning on getting 6 or 7 dedicated CPU rigs is my goal, and then see what happens from there. But I really think CPUs may possibly overthrow GPUs. What do you guys think based on what I just showed you? Like, I don't know, a lot of people aren't really talking about this. When I talk to some people about CPUs and stuff, they just kind of laugh at me and say CPUs will never really be profitable. But I want to know what you guys think, because what I've been looking at and researching, I think that there is potential for a flipping happening here where CPUs could overthrow GPUs. Again, way too early to tell. We won't know until this actually happens, but it's purely speculation, but the numbers are showing us a dramatic change in the CPU mining market. So I just want to know, let me know right now in the chat, what do you guys think is happening here? Do my numbers look okay to you guys? Like, does that look accurate, or am I like way out to lunch? Because I don't know if I'm doing something wrong here, but something just doesn't seem right, and I don't know why a lot more other people aren't bringing this up to you guys. I just want to know. Let me know what you guys think. Oh, there's a new Threadripper coming out, 64 cores. Yes, but the Threadrippers, the thing you got to keep in mind, the Threadripper actually might be okay, but depending on the CPU algorithm, some of them use 4 megabyte per catch, some use 2. Where example, HMV Haven or XHV uses 4 megabytes catch. So a 3900X and a 5950X, they can only maximize 16 threads. They will not max, so they will potentially hash exactly the same. Threadrippers, they got a lot more catch there, but I think they get RAM limited because they just got so many cores and threads. Again, I have not tested one. I wish I could test one, but I'm not paying the crazy amount of money that they want for Threadrippers. So unless AMD says, hey, I'll send you a Threadripper, because if I can make a Threadripper look super profitable, AMD will sell a lot of them. So maybe I can work out a deal with them. But I don't know if that's the case. All I know one thing, I am not paying for a Threadripper. It costs way too much. But yeah, it's pretty insane. Like, CPU, that is really efficient. Like, let me put that on top of this too. Where it was, okay, we're gonna go back into here. Again, we're looking at 250 watts. That 3080 is 250 watts on Kapow, where I just said an average of 97 watts on that CPU. So you're making more in profit, and you're hardly using any power compared to a GPU in this case scenario. Like, I don't know if this is how it's going to play out, but I've been looking at these things. I've been researching it for a couple weeks, trying to talk to other people, and no one's really saying anything. So I just wanted to bring that to you guys, and you guys make your own choices, do your own research, obviously. And yeah, I just thought that was kind of interesting to point out. I've not researched CPUs. I have to do all these hits, and this does look good. Check what wallet in exchange for Raptorium. Raptorium now has they're on Zelcore. They recently got a wallet on Zelcore, and I'm using their current one. I can't remember what it's called. It's on their, everything is on the Raptorium website. Their CPU miner, the main wallet, but Zelcore did release it. I really wish like Exodus and the crypto and everything would start adding the Raptorium and Ergo and stuff into their wallets. I think that would be a great idea. I wish they would actually add them, because I feel a lot more safer than using just, you know, your normal DAT file desktop wallets. But again, like I said, it's a new project. It needs adaptation. It needs to grow, and if it does, wow, like Raptorium could go through the, if it goes to the moon, CPU mining is just gonna explode. So get what you can right now. What CPU did you say to look into? I'm running 3900X. Why? Because they're a couple gens old, so they're cheaper. People are always trying to upgrade, like gamers and stuff, to the latest, greatest hardware. 3900X, 5900X, 3000, 5000 series, hash pretty much exactly the same. So you can find a lot more savings getting the 3000 series over getting the 5000 series. Now I did see a couple deals on a 5950X, which I was thinking about, you know, kind of jumping the gun and using that and maybe throw it in my workstation, but at the same time, it's still like, oh, it's still like almost $1,000. So I don't really want to, but maybe I should. I keep looking at my numbers. I'm like, if this is the way it goes, I should just grab it, but I don't know. Again, it's still up in the air. We don't know exactly what's going to happen, but I do have links to like Amazon and whatnot. So be sure to use my links if you do decide to purchase some. It's much appreciated. That way I can, you know, pick up some more stuff for testing. But anyway, let's go through the chat here, see what is going on here. Needs more electric. Could always pray that Ergo will save us all. Yes, but speaking of Ergo, exact same thing applies. I did the numbers on that, and Ergo, you reverse it. So that 120, let's take a look at the hash rate that could hit Ergo. So we get, what was it, like 120 terahash was coming over. So I'm going to take 120, and that hash rate is actually doubled. From Ethereum to Ergo, it's actually doubled. So instead of dividing it, we're times twoing that. So now we have 240 terahash coming into Ergo. So we're going to divide that by its current of 2860. So we're going to go 28.6. So Ergo is, I messed that right up. Oops. Okay, hold on. There we go. So Ergo is going to see, like, if everybody went to Ergo, it's like a 26 times hash rate increase. So Ravencoin could see potentially 16 times the hash rate, and Ergo could see 26 times the hash rate. So again, profits across these coins are going to dramatically increase. And other people do mention Ethereum Classic, possibly you could mine that. Ethereum Classic will not be GPU mineable forever. They do want to swap over to SHA-3, which will become 100% ASIC. In the first switch over, I think CPUs can mine SHA-3, I believe, and so you might be able to get, you know, a little bit of profits in mining Ethereum Classic on a CPU. But in the end, Ethereum Classic will swap to SHA-3 and be ASIC dominated. So you can just take that right off the list right now. When they do it, I don't know. It could still be a couple years. It could be next year. We have no idea. So pretty much right now, all our main coins are looking at is like Ravencoin, Ergo, this Equilibra or whatever that is. Then we got Conflux, Rio and whatnot, but none of these coins have the price, market capital, anything to be able to withhold the hash rate that we're going to get. So pretty much it depends. Hopefully 60% of the other miners out there sell all their cards. That's almost our only hope right now, or move into CPU mining. But again, if everybody starts buying CPUs, then that difficulty is going to go up, and then we're right back to square one again. So yeah, depends how you look at everything. It's pretty crazy. This 24 megahash 3060 I bought for $800 from Scalp Bait. is really making me think hard about CPU mining. Yeah, well, that's why I'm looking for 3060s myself, because one, they are very efficient when it comes to Ravencoin. I can't remember what I was doing, but I also threw it on Ergo, and I'm doing 110 mega hash at 125 watts on this 3060 on Ergo. So that's not too bad. The 3060s are nice and efficient. So I've been looking for the 3060s just to be throwing GPUs into my CPU mining rig. So I still need another 2 or 3 3060s. Hopefully I can find them so I can boot up all these, or I'm gonna have to start splitting up my ETH rig and throwing those GPUs into the CPU rigs. But I'm trying to kind of look towards the future again. I don't know if that's what's going to happen. I'm just preparing myself and trying to get it now, because if this does play out the way I kind of showed you, a lot of people are going to be buying CPUs and the price is going to be scalped like crazy. Next time it'll be, you know, a 39, or what's the next one? Say 4900 AMD CPU X is going to be $3,000 on eBay next gen if all this does play out. So I don't know. I'm just looking at stuff right now and trying to get it cheap. Remember, CPUs, you can still buy used. Buy that. You don't have to buy them brand new. I've only been getting them when I see them on cheap deals. And you can build a rig for under $1,000 Canadian if you already have the GPUs. Obviously, if you don't have a GPU, it's going to be coming up quite a bit. Profits will decrease for sure, but the next bull run, even this one, you can expect Raven to go way over $1, ETC over 3, and Ergo over 100. So you'll be yielding less coins, but the dollar, yes, Joy, that is very true. But if that goes up, so will possibly Raptorium. What if Raptorium goes to $1? I'm mining, what am I mining? I'm mining like 10,000 Raptorium coins a day. So what if Raptorium hit $1? I'm mining $10,000 a day. Yeah, no thanks, GPUs. Again, everything apply. If crypto goes up, like I said, Bitcoin goes up, everything else goes up. Bitcoin goes down, everything else goes down. We don't know what could happen here. If everything sees a huge increase, that still brings up all the CPU mining increases. Now, once I get all my rigs finally, oh my gosh, my screen's all messed up. Sorry guys, I didn't realize. Let's just throw it onto my, where is it? Yeah, let's just fire this on there. Why not? Let's take a look at the current power. Give me a second here. I got to pull this off. We'll see what we're pulling for power right now. Oh, give me a second. Pull this off the tripod. All right, let's see what we're pulling for power here, guys. So 214, 212. Let's figure that out. Minus 125. Get that back on my tripod. I don't know if you guys can hear me. So 214, did I already have that one written down? I had 213, so yeah. So that was already one of my numbers. No new wattage number notes. So again, that GPU, we saw 214 there at the wall, and the GPU is pulling 125 watts on Ergo. So just subtract that number from 125, and that's what our CPU, motherboard, RAM, everything is pulling, mining on Raptorium right now. Good to see you again. I now have 7 times 3060 on Raven. That seems the best hedge in my opinion. Yeah, very good. Need to go back and keep up the good work. See ya. Dream Crypto Mining. All right, I'll talk to you later. Have a good rest of your day. So what's everybody up to? What do we got for views here? We got 34 and 21 likes, guys. Come on. Smash that like button if you think any of this info is relevant. Anything with a smart contract is going to do well. Basically makes them transactable for everyday use like debit cards and credit. Yeah, very true. And like I said, RTM is supposed to be getting, but when I get all, I don't know what it, I guess 5 rigs set up here, I'm still waiting for a GPU and whatnot to come in. I'm gonna put everything on Raptorium for 1 week, as long as there's no huge price fluctuations. I'm gonna go 1 week Raptorium, then I'm gonna go another week on the Ocean, and then I'm gonna kind of compare the two to see how Monero Ocean is actually doing, because I haven't been on there for quite some time since I actually first started on Raptorium, because Raptorium just seems so far to be the most profitable on a CPU. But again, I need to go back and test it. Now I could just throw 1 rig on Raptorium, 1 rig on the Ocean and do it that way, which is probably the best way to do it. That way there's 1-to-1 ratio, 2 separate wallets going at it head to head. Maybe I'll just go that way, but it would be nice to see everything on each, just to see how it does plan out. And who knows, maybe I should throw these onto something and try some solo also. So like, I'm curious if I'm getting like up to 10,000 RTM per day, a block is 3,000. Should I be solo mining Raptorium and potentially increasing that? I don't know, because technically I got the hash rate. I'm doing it in a pool. I'm definitely making three and a half blocks per day just mining to a pool. So maybe I should try doing some solo mining as well. I don't know. Whole bunch of different options out there to try and test out. Too many backers for Bitcoin to ever crash hard, in my opinion. Plus limited number, not infinite. Yes, very true. That's what I said. BTC is insane. Like you go on Reddit. Reddit is not really a good place to find a lot of information, because that is pretty much 90% false information. You go to like the ETH traders and they're going to be talking, oh, 100% bullish on ETH. ETH is going up because of this. ETH is going up because of that. But if you scroll out and you look at Bitcoin, Bitcoin went up more. It has a higher gain. Everything's going up because Bitcoin went up. You don't see Ethereum going to the moon with Bitcoin on the way down. It just does not happen. So how everything does kind of play out is when Bitcoin's going up, the improvements each network has done could see higher gains, yes, but usually everything follows the main market. And when it comes to crypto, the main market is Bitcoin. So yeah, Ethereum is kind of getting closer to it and like dominance wise, but again, if the crypto market, if Bitcoin goes up, everything else will go up. If Bitcoin goes down, everything else will go down. So yeah, just keep an eye on Bitcoin. That's how you'll know how the market's doing. Do we have any questions or anything out there? Chia in a way lets you parallel CPU mine easier because you offload the mining to HDs once the plots are made. Yes, that's very true. And speaking of Chia, I actually got, let me see here. Chia, where is my, here we go. I got my 14 terabytes going. Let's see how much I am making while Chia farming on 14 terabytes. Oh no, I got my display on. There we go. There's our display. Had the wrong screen on. I was still on the camera. So I am making 65 cents per day farming Chia, which isn't too bad because it hardly uses any power or anything at all. I'm almost at $10 here. I'm at 0.04 unpaid balance. So not too bad in perspective. Now, is it worth it? ROI, farming Chia is gonna take forever. But it's a nice little thing just to kind of dabble into just because. But would I recommend going out and spending massive amounts of money on Chia farming and plotting? I would say no. I just would not recommend that at all. It has become ETH. It is backed by Bitcoin funds. Okay. You should have at least a third of your coins on an exchange like BlockFi or Celsius, because they have lending wallets that make high interest. Yes, you can. Yeah, they definitely hold it. You can also, or you can just stake a lot of stuff. I prefer all my stuff. I don't know if I'm allowed to say it, but you know, the crypto dot place. I like that because it makes it easier to do whatever you want. This is like the easiest way, at least in Canada. Like they got their Visa and everything. You just swap it over to that, get a GPU with 2% cash back. So anytime you use it, you're actually getting 2% off whatever you purchase. So that's pretty sweet. Also for taxes, they have their own tax program and it's free. So you just pretty much link it to there and it do every transaction for you. You don't even have to look at it. Boom, done. I'll do when it gets closer to the like tax type of season. Maybe I'll go through that. But yeah, it has everything all set up all by itself. Like it is probably the best way to go with. There's other Visa card ones out there, but pretty much it's you have to have this, or you have to have that, or whatever. I really like the way that crypto place does theirs. Anyone plotted any Chia forks? I believe we all have some spare gigabytes on our drives that are left over. I haven't done any of the forks. I have heard some people talking about them, but no, I haven't. My hard drives are right full. Well, my actual SSDs that are running like Hive OS and stuff, they got a little bit of space in them because they're 120 gig drives that only need 7 gigs. So you got a lot of space left in them, but I don't really want to fill them out because then if you ever have to reflash Hive or something, it'll just cause issues. If you have to activate super chat, I want to give you some money. No, I can't because I lost my last channel and I'm still working on this one. This one does not support any of that stuff yet. We're still trying to build a new channel, but thank you for the thought there, Stingy38. Should miners set up a business LLC? Banks don't seem to want to work with companies that mine crypto. That's very true. LLC, I was kind of going through all that. I'm not sure how it works. LLC, I believe, is the one you have to register for when you have multiple partners involved. If you're by yourself, I think you can just do the sole, whatever the word is. But again, I'm not too sure. I'm not really sure how the whole business aspect of everything plays out. I was kind of thinking about doing one that way, but I'm not really 100% sure on that. How much memory are you running on your Raptorium ones? I'm using 8 gigabytes on each. Now, when I actually go into a full test, I'm going to be testing, 2 sticks, 1 stick, CL14 versus... Actually, I don't really have to test CL14 versus 15 because we can kind of see the results right here. Oh, no. Never mind. My workstation's off. So CL14 is highly recommended for like XMR and stuff. Well, I don't recommend it. A lot of other places that say if you want the highest hash rate, they recommend it. Yes. But CL14 overclocked and using XMP profiles uses more power. It becomes less efficient. I'm seeing the same type of things on Raptorium as well. So you might even be able to get away with just 1 stick of RAM. I'm going to do that actual test here soon to see how it does actual hash. But again, I'm not going to be able to get any hash to watt numbers or anything because it uses a whole bunch of mini algorithms and it's not just a straight hash rate. It's always fluctuating. So you could be at 900 hashes for 5-10 minutes and you could be at 8,000 hashes for 5-10 minutes, and you could be at 5,000, and you could be at 2,500, and like it's just all over the place because of those multiple algorithms. Same thing with Ravencoin. A lot of people are, when you see Ravencoin tests, it's really hard to test that 100% accurately as well because it does the same sort of thing. The power fluctuates and the hash rate fluctuates because it has a whole bunch of mini algorithms in it as well. So just saying, so if you turn on your rig and you went to mine Ravencoin 5 times, you could see 5 different hash rates within the first 5 minutes because it could be on a different algorithm. Same thing for Raptorium. That's just the way it works. So it's really hard to get 100% numbers based on that. That's why I'm kind of going with my average power here, and then you have to use your average hash rate based at the pool just to kind of get a number out because you cannot do it 1-to-1. It's just impossible. Stream crashed on my end for a bit there. What was your thought on the 3060 Raven rig? 3060s are pretty good for Raven, that's for sure. Especially if they're LHR, go to it. If you're losing any hash rate on Ethereum due to an LHR card, yes, like hint NB miner, unlock 70%. If you're losing any hash rate, it is not worth mining Ethereum. I don't care if they unlock it to 95%. It's still not worth it. You need 100% hash rate on Ethereum out of that card, or you may as well just go mine something else. Unless you are 100% bullish on Ethereum and you just expect the price of Ethereum to hit 1 million and you're just gonna hodl for the rest of your life, then just mine Ethereum because you want every bit you get. Again, a little backstory. A lot of people coming up, hodl, hodl, hodl. Do you guys know where hodl originated from? Just a little fun fact here. So the term hodl was actually a long time ago when Bitcoin first kind of came. Some guy was saying, I got Bitcoin and I want to hold it. But he messed up. It was like on Reddit or something. It was like a Reddit post. I can't really remember what it actually played out to be, but he posted somewhere and he was trying to say, I want to hold my Bitcoin. And he actually misspelled it as hodl. And that's where the whole hodl thing actually came to be. So hodl became a term because one guy had a spelling error in hold. So that's a little fun fact about the term hodl. So if you mention, like, if someone says, hey, learn how to spell or something, and then they say I'm gonna hodl, say, hey, maybe you should learn how to spell. The whole thing originated from a spelling mistake. So maybe your spelling mistake become the next big term. According to T-Rex, my Raven hash rate is 29 mega hash plus minus 5. That's not too bad. Yeah, you think it usually would change maybe around a mega hash or 2, but 0.5 is pretty good. I haven't really mined Raven straight on for quite some time. So ever since I had a 2060 there last year, I never mined Raven since. I probably should have been, because like I said, when that halving hits, obviously you're going to be getting 50% coins right off the get-go. 20 years ago it was cool. Now the new gens call it dope. Oh yeah, crazy. Hold on for dear life. Oh, with a big enough solar panel, yeah. Whoa, what are you talking about? Solar panels? Oh, solar panels would be sweet. I really need to invest in some type of solar, but it is so expensive. Oh my gosh, my screen is messed up again. Nobody told me. Thanks a lot, guys. Sabotage. You guys are sabotaging me. Just kidding. I'm sabotaging myself. Alright. Whoa. Let's get up here. There we go. Now we can kind of see what's going on with these prices. Screen was all out of whack. Oh, some goblin losing. What's going on? Oh, you told me? Oh, I didn't even see. I gotta scroll up. Chat must have been flying too fast or something. Now I gotta scroll up. Goblin, I guess, told me. Sorry about that. So anyone here get them Eden coins instead of ETH? Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that Eden thing, but there's some crazy articles going on about mining pools and ripping everyone off. So yeah, crazy. I'm not on any of those pools, so I guess I don't have to worry about getting ripped off. When it comes to Ethereum, I'm always, usually 90% of the time I am on Flexpool. I'm CPU mining Verus. I'll need to look at RTM. Yeah, take a look at RTM. Verus is a good coin as well. I found that Verus bogged down my computer a lot more. It's more demanding than like Ravencoin, and actually it's even more demanding than Monero XMR. So pretty crazy. Remember, it's the way off the auth ATM. Looks like we're all caught up in chat. Stream needs more poutine. More poutine. Are you from Quebec? Yeah. Is that where all the poutine is? Are you from Quebec? I hear poutine's amazing out there. Have yet to try it. So do we have any questions or anything, guys? Anybody have anything to point out what we kind of just went through here? I got to work on a dedicated video on everything I just kind of showed you to see how it plays out. I just was going through these numbers and it just looked kind of iffy to me what could be happening here, so I just thought I'd share that throughout the stream and see what kind of opinions you guys have on it as well. Who think that Raven could warm up the earth by 3 degrees? 3 degrees. Hey, it's a possibility, I guess. Ontario is everywhere also. Oh, is it? Well, we have poutine out here too in Alberta like crazy, but we don't. I hear in Quebec it's like crazy. There's like 100 different flavors of poutine you can get. Like, it's insane. So I don't know. Well, here like poutine is poutine. You got your fries, your gravy, and your cheese melted on it all in one. But like, supposedly in Quebec, there's like tons of different ways to do it. Also, northern Minnesota. Okay, yeah, right on. So, anybody questions at all? Anybody have anything to say about what's going on? Are you planning on picking up more GPUs? Are you planning on maybe trying a CPU just to see if you like it or not? There's a lot more tweaking. It's a little harder to tune a CPU than it is a GPU. Like, if something goes down, your whole system's going down. If you don't have enough volts, your whole system's going down. If you have almost enough volts but still slightly not enough volts, then your miner will start crashing on you. So a lot of things, kind of had a little snort there, but a lot of things you got to maintain, you got to watch for, and it's a little bit trickier, but once you get it down, it's a lot of fun tuning the CPU as well. I'm from the UK. What is this poutine? Poutine. Oh, poutine. It's French fries with gravy on it and melted cheese. All together in one. That's poutine. And it's really good. It's pretty much fries and gravy, but add the cheese onto it. 3060 overclocks. I'm trying to get mid 30s. Oh, I cannot remember. Oh, wait. Maybe my overclocks are still here. Let me check out HiveOS. See what we got going on. Yeah, there you go. Cheese curds. HiveOS, come on, load up. I may still have it on my test bench here when I was running Raven. Raven down. I think I was using yeah, here it is. Minus 500 on the core. Load up. So minus 500 on the core. Oh no, this is Ergo. Oh, I can't remember what my Raven settings were. 109 power limit. I do not remember what my Raven settings were. They're in the present preset, but I think I changed it a little bit. Let's just have a quick look here. Nope. Was it? I think minus 150, 27. I think it might have been this one, but I dropped the power limit down to 135. So try minus 150 core, 2700 on the memory. Again, if you're in Windows, divide the memory by 2. You do not want 2700 in Windows. That'll be a little high. And a power limit of 145. So I think I did have this at 135 when I was running this on Raven. But I didn't do any video or anything on those tests. I didn't fully test it. I slapped it into this rig here and started testing RTM after I tested Ergo, because I also found, based on your power price, because I have distribution fees, if Raven or Ergo are close to the same price, even if Ravencoin is like 5 to 10 cents more profitable, I save that money at the wall on my power bill mining Ergo because of the power difference. So keep in mind too, depending how you pay for your power, because I got my power price, and then on top of that I have the distribution price, which is like the same amount as the power bill or more. So it's almost like doubling my power bill just because of that distribution. So it does play out to actually mine Ergo better depending where you actually are and how you pay for your power. I don't know. I didn't know about the divide thing for memory on Windows. Yeah. So like if you're going from Windows to Hive OS, it depends on the card. So AMD 3000 series cards, you got to ×2 your memory in Hive OS to get the same number as Windows. Now, if you're on like 5700 XT and stuff from AMD, you actually divide that number by 2. And if you're on Polaris cards, you use the straight up actual number that it's going to be. So you got to do a little bit of research depending when you're swapping over from Windows to Hive, because Hive kind of has 3 different configurations based on the card. So just have a mindful eye on that, because yeah, it could really mess you up and you couldn't figure out what is going on. And actually it should tell you. Let me just look in here. If we go straight into here, we go to our overclock memory. So yeah, usually this value is double from what you see in Afterburner. Example, in Windows 800 megahertz, here should be 1600 megahertz. So in Windows 800, and in Hive it'll be 1600. It does tell you when you kind of go over this. Now let's just jump into I got a 5700 XT here. Let's look at that one. So now here you can see the memory. This is that's memory voltage. Where is, it won't even tell you. But for 5700 XT cards, the 5000 series AMDs, the Navis, you divide it by 2 than what you would be using in Windows. So you got to keep an eye on things, make sure you do get it right. So now you know about the divide thing, and now you know about the ×2 thing. Overclocks are not the same between Afterburner and Hive. I learned that the hard way last night. Yeah, for sure. Unless you're on Polaris cards, then it's pretty much the same. Polaris cards throw out Polaris use it's like the absolute, your absolute core clock that recently been released. Well, it's like absolute memory clock. Polaris cards use the memory number that you want to run the memory at. Okay, yeah. So, any other questions out there, guys? Do we have anything to talk about before we do wrap up here? Looks like we had a pretty decent turnout this Saturday, guys. 29 likes. Tomorrow we will be going through some rig picks, so be sure to join the Discord if you haven't yet. Also, always remember to subscribe. As soon as you see my channel, smash the subscribe button, just in case you were on my last one and didn't realize that you are not subscribed to this one. How did you become a miner? Special reason? Not really. I was just like, I started with a gaming channel on YouTube, and I was just playing games and whatnot, and I was like, you know what? I should think about possibly mining or something. So then I started doing a little bit of research on mining and whatnot, and then I was like, hey, you know what? I'm going to start mining. So then I just started doing a lot of research on mining, and that's how I became a miner a couple of years ago. Best Buy drops. Yes, when is the next one, actually? I'm from Canada. I need to find out when that is. Best Buy blog. Actually, I'm just going to go to their website. Go to their website, look up a 3080, and then click on the new link. 3060. Let's see, 3060 Ti. Go Best Buy. Faster. Oh, what? In stock? Just kidding. I wish. You guys already probably hit the button. What? In stock? Okay, so let's click on the blog here. When is the next one? Open. Oh man, they won't open for me. It has not been updated yet. It still says August 11th, so that means August 12th down here. So it's still not updated. I do not know when the next one is, but I'm not sure how it works in the States, but supposedly you get there really early, you stand in line, they'll hand out tickets for based on however many cards they have, and you just say, I want a 3080, I want a 3070, I want a 3060 Ti, whatever, and they'll give you the ticket for it, and you will have it once you get in. Now, if you ask for a 3080 and the guy in front of you got the last 3080, then you got to take like the next one down. Now, myself, because they only do this like once a month or something, I'm going to try to shoot for a 3080 because it's the most amount of hash rate currently, right? And the 3080, 3070, and 3060 Ti's Founder Edition, which is found at Best Buy, are the cheapest cards of the cards for that tier, as well as they are non-LHR. It's kind of funny how Nvidia decided not to LHR any of their cards, but all the AIBs had to do it to them. What is going on? September 12th? The next one's on the 12th? Really? Oh, I gotta try. I don't know. I'm not going camping or anything. That's pretty crazy, but I might. I should try to get into town there and get in there. September 12th. Let's hope that's the case. See if we can get cards. Card buy on September 12th. So it's like the 12th of every month. I missed the last two because I wasn't really aware of them too much. I was 9th out of 10 in line last 2 days ago to get a 3080. 9th out of 10. Oh, nice. That's all they have in is usually 10? Best Buy works the same as in Canada for lines. Oh, do they work the same? Sweet. So how early, I wonder how early I got to get there for like Edmonton. I don't know how many people. I haven't been to any of them, so I don't know how many people are showing up. Do I got to go like 3 hours early, 4 hours early? Do I got to like camp out literally? I don't know what to do. If you purchase something at Best Buy before the drop, you can get a 10% discount added. What? How much before the drop? So like if I went to Best Buy right now, will I get a 10% discount if I am in line or what? How does that work? I don't know what's going on there, but I definitely should probably try to get in line. So that's my tiers. I'm going to go for, I guess, yeah, that's probably what everyone's going to do. Try to get the 3080 first, then move on to the 3070, and then if not, get the 3060 Ti. And hopefully you end up with something. Because again, all the Founders Editions, 3060 Ti, 3070, and the 3080 are non-LHR. 3070 Ti and 3080 Ti, they are LHR no matter what, so don't even try to get them. Again, unless you're trying for Ravencoin or something, but that's all up to you. Only 10 3080s, but 104 total Founders Edition cards. I had to camp 18 hours before voucher time to be 15th in line out of over 200. Oh my gosh. That was for your store, yeah. Where's your store at? 3080s are always the most popular. First 6 people in my line were all 3080s, I bet. So what do? They just ask you, what do you want? Or are they saying, these are the cards, pick one? Like, I don't know. Oh man, I don't want to go camping. Camping's insane. Well, it's not insane. That's what you got to do if you want to get a card, but still. New EVGA RTX 3080s are available in the UK, but at $1,200. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. You only get, and you can only buy one card. You get one. You stand in line, you wait for one. You're not allowed to get any more. Yeah, they ask what you want. If they have it, you get a voucher. Sweet. That's pretty sweet. And then what? Once you get the voucher, can you just leave? And like those cards are saved for you? You got to stay and wait in line until they open and do it in line? Or can you like leave at that point and like go for a nap, have something to eat, then come back and get your card later? Oh, although most people are probably just waiting to get in and out as fast as they can though, but when you purchase something on the receipt, it is a 10% discount on your next purchase is usually good. Oh, so if you get that, oh, I gotcha. That makes sense. Sweet. Good deal. So I wonder if you do that, and then you can go in there and see if they have a CPU on sale. Then you can get 30% off that CPU on top of it. That's a good deal. Yeah, you might as well. So yeah, you can leave, but you purchase 30 minutes later anyway. Okay. Bring your GF, her brother, her sister, and her mom. Take everybody. Although they do say one per household, so you have to make it look like you don't know each other and pass around the credit card fast. But yeah, definitely a lot of people probably bring in anybody they can think of. Let's all get in line right now. I think they'll hand one out to my 7-year-old. Bring her there and be like, hey, she'll be like, I want a 3080. She's building herself a CPU or a computer. She needs it. Oh, okay, guys. So, do we have any all different addresses? Yeah, that's crazy. Okay, do we have any last minute questions here, guys? Because it is coming up time to wrap up this live stream. And tomorrow we will be looking at some rig pictures. So join the Discord if you haven't. Post your rig pictures so we can go through them. Because I think we have a few. I put a couple up there, I believe. But I'm not sure how many we actually have. So we usually blow through them pretty fast because we don't end up with that many. Well, you get to know everyone and you seem like a family because you camp 24 hours outside with them. Yeah, for sure. Oh, hey, MC, what's going on? You just showed up right when we were about to leave. Micro Center stopped letting people line up in the US. We got to take numbers. They text randomly. What? That doesn't make any sense. No, thanks for this chat. Hey, no problem, Paul. All right, guys. Well, yeah. Well, I guess that is no more questions. We will be wrapping this up. So I just want to thank everybody for showing up. Please hit the subscribe button, also the like button, and I'll hopefully see most of you here tomorrow when we do look at rig picks. I got a couple of picks. I'm going to post my new rig. Sounds good, Midwest Miner. All right, guys. Thanks for showing up, and Rabid out.